Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sulaiman Asif. I am one of the D3 admins and a part of the Black Mambas.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Zeeshan Iqbal. I am a D3 admin as well. I am on the Fakers.
All right, Zeeshan. So we have power rankings for everybody. And from what I've been hearing, we differ on a lot of these.
Oh yeah. Let's just get right into it. We
hmm
start
Okay.
from the bottom and just go from there.
All right, let's do it. At number 16, I have Haiba.
Okay.
I think we probably agree on that.
Yeah, I have them at 16 as well.
Just a young team, not able to, compete with the more older teams that have more chemistry, more firepower, better defense. That's what I've seen from them so far. Then we have Cream City.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit of a disappointment there. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this team would be around the top 10 area. I don't know what your feelings were at the beginning of the season.
I mean, we did preseason rankings and we both had them pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And then we have the Caregivers. They finally got a win and over a tough Salam Lakers squad.
our rankings are already starting to differ.
Oh, are they
But
really?
overall,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Who do you have at 14?
14, this one's gonna be a little bit of a surprise. I
Okay.
have Showtime at 14.
Okay. Okay. I could see that. I could see that.
And caregivers, I'm gonna give them a little bit of love in my rankings. So you'll be
Okay.
surprised where I have them.
Oh, all right. Okay. Then at 13, I have AC99.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have them at 13 as well. I thought you would actually have them a little bit higher than that, since
I
they're
want
already
to,
what 2 and 3.
yeah, I do want to have them higher. It's just that one of their main scorers is injured. They've just been going down the ladder recently, the past couple games. So unless he can come back from injury, I don't think that this team has a great chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, who's their leading scorer? Who's injured right now?
That is Abdullah Shafiq.
Okay, do you know how long he's out for?
He tried playing on it, yes, or last week. He did try playing on his
Okay.
ankle last week, and it did not look good. He subbed out after 2 minutes.
I mean, I keep an eye on these fresh drive rankings in the comments in that section, and I know they keep on talking about how we haven't had a full roster, and it looks like last game they did, and
hmm
it didn't really make a
It didn't
difference.
make a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have Showtime at 12.
Okay. At 12, I actually have Dunya Elite.
Then you, oh, really?
Yes, I have them. And I'll preface this by saying I haven't seen too much of them. And on
Okay,
top of that, my rankings are not based on the current standings.
got you.
My rankings are based on where I think teams will end up at the end of the season,
Okay, okay, fair
which
enough.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I have to be a little bit more that, I don't get too much heat off the power ranking, so I can't really put where I think they should go.
Oh, I'll give these teams hate. I'll give the ones love where I think they deserve it. So people are gonna hate me for it, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, in that case, then I would put Fakers at 16.
That's fine.
Okay,
I'm
then.
okay with that. I mean, I had us pretty low before we added some of our players. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. At 11, I have Goon Squad.
oh, okay. I initially had them at 11. I
Okay.
changed them to 10.
Okay.
I have caregivers at 11.
Oh, okay. Okay. What makes you
So
put
I have
them at
them
11?
significant. One, after playing against them, what I will say is I think they've had one of the toughest schedules. Their record, I think, has more to do with the fact that they've just faced off against really good teams early on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot better than what their record says. I mean, my team's 5-0. We
Mm-hmm.
struggled against them. To
Got you.
me, that was the toughest matchup that we had so far in the season.
Really?
So, yes, I think that was the toughest. Now, part of it is there's some factors that I think where we didn't play great basketball and we kind of took them lightly.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I thought they were a lot better than what their record says. And I think they have some actual talent. I just think they need some structure.
Got you. Got you. All right. Then at number 10, I have Salam Charity.
This is where I have Goon Squad.
Goon Squad.
And again,
Okay.
part of that is just I think where they're going to end up.
Got you. Got you.
And
I
we
feel.
differ a lot on Salam Charity because
Mm-hmm.
I have them. And again, some of this is recency bias.
Yeah.
We just played against them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, another team that we thought was a lot tougher, and we played them without Rizwan.
Yeah.
Rizwan is clearly their best player, and they
Uh-huh.
still almost won that game.
Okay, okay. For Goon Squad, the reason I have them at 11 is just because, first of all, they are my homies, but that's not the reason. Um, I feel like my team is definitely in the top 8, and they gave us a run. And I feel like for that, they deserve to have a little bit of a higher ranking than even a team that is 2 and 3, like Showtime and AC99.
Yeah,
And then for Salam Charity, again, I haven't seen too much out of them. From what you've been saying, um, they are a tough defensive team, and they were missing their leading scorer. So, you know,
yeah.
who are they playing this week?
This week, let me actually see. I think they play Sand Ninjas this week.
Sanders. That'd be a good matchup.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Yeah,
matchup.
We'll get to Ninjas in a little bit, and there was a little bit of drama that went on with Sand Ninjas and Salon Charity. I don't know if you know
Interesting.
about this.
That's funny because at number 9 I have Sand Ninjas.
Okay, number 9, I have you guys. I have Black
Okay.
Mamas at number 9, just outside the top 8.
Okay. Okay. Um, my reasoning behind Sand Ninjas being number 9 is they were a lot lower before, but they added D2 legend, D1 legend. Help me out here.
Okay.
Their point guard, the
Wait, what's his
admin, the
name?
admin, the admin. I'm forgetting his name. Adam. Adam.
Oh, Adam Jabber. Did you just
Yeah.
call him a D1 legend?
Yes. D1 legend.
We must be talking about different Adams. This is a guy who is about 10 years past his prime.
He gets better
Uh,
with age.
no, he's not like fine wine. He is not. No, I'm not even gonna.
You don't think he's the
I'm not
LeBron
gonna.
James of MBL?
I think he's more of a Luke Walton.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I did see. I mean, I was watching the Sand Ninjas versus what team was that? I don't know. Sand Ninjas were playing a team last week. I was watching that. I was scorekeeping that game.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. There we go.
Yeah.
Even though Wolfpack had 5, but Adam was definitely leading that team very well. When the ball was in his hands, the offensive side of their game looked very fluid. It looked very controlled. Not how it was when I watched them a couple weeks ago, where it was just no structure at all and just chucking up the ball.
Yeah, and I mean they've definitely gotten a lot better. They've added 3 new names. I actually don't know who the third one is, but they added Ali Qureshi.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, there was that for you number 9? Which
Sand
team?
Ninjas is number
Because
9,
we started
correct?
talking about. Okay, so Sand Ninjas is number 9 for you, but while we're on the topic,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they were actually fighting for Ali Qureshi with Salam Charity. And Ali Qureshi was
Okay.
undecided between the two, to the point that both teams had submitted a request to add Ali Qureshi at the deadline.
Interesting.
And we had to basically check, like, yo, who are you playing with? Because you can't be on both teams.
Mm-hmm.
And so he ended up choosing the Sand Ninjas, and with Adam added, and I'm joking about Adam as Luke Walton. His game does not resemble Luke Walton's.
Of course.
Uh, but he is a very smart basketball player. He is going to help that team tremendously, because what they were missing was a little bit of structure. They were
Mm-hmm.
missing that sort of composure at the end of games, because they've had a couple games that they've just given away because they don't know what they're doing, or
That
the
main event
offense is
game.
just very stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it goes through Jaheim and that's it. And he is one of the best players in D3, but if that's all you got,
It's not
teams
enough.
they'll start locking up. And I mean, when we played them, I don't think they even realized this. We're playing a box and one against them.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
didn't care about anyone else. And I'm not trying to say that the other guys on the team weren't good. They have solid basketball players, other than Mubashir Maiman. I know Mubashir, so he'll take this. The man's not great at basketball. He knows that. But
Mm-hmm.
other than him, everyone knows how to play. Everyone is pretty decent. They just lack that structure. They don't know how to play as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of defer to Jaheim. And when they do that, it's kind of easy to load up on that.
Agreed. Agreed. Just to throw this out there, how would you think caregivers would do with somebody like Adam on their team?
I think that would help them a lot. Now, the only caveat to that is they're guard heavy.
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of a small team to begin with. They're very. I don't think they need an Adam. I think they need a big man,
Mm-hmm.
someone who can slow the game down for them because sometimes they're a little out of control.
Yeah.
But with them, the reason that I had them so high is just because defensively they're solid,
Yeah.
and every one of them, like I really like some of their games. I'm trying to remember the names of some of these players.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Mullick, he's one of them.
Yeah.
Lightning quick.
Mm-hmm.
We have a guy on our team who we thought was really quick, and Mullick was just getting past him
Mm.
because his first step is incredibly quick. He knows how to get to the rim, he knows how to finish. So they have a team that I think can go far. Unfortunately, they got off to a bad start, and I think that's going to basically plague them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to end up making the playoffs just
Mm-hmm.
because they got off to such a bad start.
Okay. Okay. I think you said you were talking about Malik, right?
Yeah, no, well, I was talking about Malik, and then I'm trying to remember the name of Ismail is the other one who I
Oh,
think
okay.
is,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was watching their game last week
Mm-hmm.
against Salama Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
first half Salama Lakers were, I think they were up double digits,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
only reason they were still in that game was because of Ismail. He kept them in the game, and then Malik ended up closing it out for them.
Yeah, and on an efficient 50% shooting for Ismail too.
Yeah, no, I love both of their games.
Mm-hmm.
They're both great defenders. They're both really I don't want to say efficient because no one on that team has really been efficient.
Yeah.
Um, but they're a physical team, man.
Yeah.
They're hard to get through.
They did add my last season's teammate Amar Ghazi. Now,
Okay.
they just added him, and that adds to their speed because that guy was one of the quickest on my team last season. His first step is incredibly fast. He's a very physical defender, and he really does get after the ball when he puts his mind to it. His only downside, Amar, I love you, but his only downside is his shot selection. Um, and that's what I feel like a lot of these younger teams struggle with is their shot selection. You see Haiba,
Yeah.
one of their players went 2 for 21 last game. I mean, caregivers, I think a lot of their, as you said, they're not very efficient due to, I feel like, that lack of structure and also being young. They want to be the guy that puts the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if anything, that will be their downfall. Just not being able to control the shots they're taking. And as you said, if they want to do good, they're just going to have to get themselves under control.
Yeah.
All right. And for number 8, I have Salam Lakers. They dropped a bit for me after that loss to caregivers.
Yeah.
This
Okay. So
was.
Salam Lakers.
Mhm. Do you
Go
have
ahead.
them at 8 as well, or?
I don't. I have them significantly higher than that.
Okay. Okay.
So I have for number 8, I have Halal Stars at number 8.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about Salama Lakers first.
Hmm.
One of the reason I'm very high on them is because they have a point guard who I think is the best point guard in D3.
I agree.
Um, Edwin just controls the ball so well. He plays great defense. He rebounds the ball. He's very efficient and he's very good with his shot selection. I mean, I've been playing in this league for a very long time and I've been playing against Edwin for a very long time. And he's one of those guys who gives me trouble defensively
Hmm.
because one, he's so big
Yeah.
and he's deceptively quick. Like
Yeah.
this is a guy who's kind of yoked and yet he's faster than me,
Yeah.
like a lot faster than me.
Hmm.
This recent game they had against caregivers,
Hmm.
beginning of the game, he was just getting out and running and
Yeah.
just getting wide open layups.
That's what he
And then
does.
when
Yep.
he's in the half court, he controls the game so well. So I think that having him on the team is just, to me, he's the best floor general in D3.
I agree. I
And I think
agree. He is
the rest of their
leading.
team all around is just very good.
Hmm. Hmm. He does lead the Division 3 in assists per game. He does do that.
When you qualify it, yes.
Oh,
Technically Adam is number 1 with 6 assists a game, but that's
is
because
he?
of one game played.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
because he's one game played. That's
Got
why.
you. Got you. But yeah, I've played against and coached against actually Edwin, and it's a nightmare. Especially a couple seasons ago, I was coaching my brother's team, Black Mambas, who won the championship that season. and he was on the team Big Steppers, and he gave them so many problems. Their team was just set up to push the pace every single time, and the way Edwin pushes the pace, I don't think anybody can do it like him. Funny enough, he was supposed to be on my team this season, um, but he did have a +1, and I've had bad experiences with +1, so I said, dude, it's got to be you, or like, I'm sorry. That was one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
So
also have, I can't believe we haven't mentioned Yusuf Hashim yet.
Yusuf Hashim, yeah.
I mean, this guy, people forget this guy was banned from D3 because of his
Mm-hmm.
stats. He played D2 a couple seasons. He did pretty well in D2. He
Mm-hmm.
was still a point based on his D2 stats, but D3, this guy is just might be the best mid-range player in D3.
It's funny because you can say that almost about any part of his offensive game. He's a fantastic shooter. He shoots the three
Yeah, he
at
is.
42%.
Yeah,
His finishing has improved significantly since he was
yeah.
playing in D3 last. And as you said, his mid range, I don't believe a lot of people do have a mid range in Division 3, but you know, he can do it all. He can do it all.
Yeah, and to me, those two, like a guard combo of those two, Edwin and Hashim, or Yusuf Hashim in the backcourt, that's just, it's hard to guard. I
It
don't,
is.
honestly, I can't think of a D3 team that can stay with them in the backcourt,
Mm-hmm.
other
Mm-hmm.
than maybe caregivers, but the problem is caregivers aren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
And then I have for number 8, Halal Stars.
Halal stars. Let me hear a little bit about that.
Okay, so one, I think they're a very well-rounded team, but
Mm-hmm.
I think they have just gotten through the easy part of their schedule, and I think now they have the hard part of their schedule coming up. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through some of their schedule right now for their next 5 games, and I'm just going to tell you right now that I have them basically winning 2 out of their 5.
Oh. Before you do
So
continue, I would like to tell you what I have them ranked as.
okay, go
I have
ahead.
them at number 3, but
Ooh, okay,
I'll go after you. Go ahead.
okay. So let's see. I'm trying to find their schedule right now. Where is it? Game schedule. Where did they go? There you go. All right. So far, their first 5 games have been Dunya Elite Just Keep, which they lost, Goon Squad, which is 1-4, Heba 0-5, Showtime 2-3. And Showtime we had ranked. I had them ranked at number 14. You had them ranked
At 12.
pretty low as well
Yeah.
at 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we both had those teams. So far their schedule has been, based on my rankings, has been great. Now who
Mm-hmm.
do they play? AC 99. I think that's probably a win.
Mm-hmm.
Black Mambas, that's your guys' team. And honestly, I don't know who's going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw that up in the air. I think that's a possible win for them. I think Caregivers is not. I know people are taking them lightly. I have them
Mm-hmm.
ranked pretty high. I think that's a team that matches up very well against Black.
Okay.
Excuse me, against
Halal stars.
uh Halal Stars. There you go.
Yeah.
I see them matching up very well against them. Then they play Wolfpack, and I'm sorry, that to me that's not even close. Wolfpack's
Mm-hmm.
going to win that game. They're just a better team.
Mm-hmm.
Salam Charity, I know you and I disagree on this one too. I think they're a fantastic defensive team and they match up really well. So to me, I can possibly see them losing 4 out of their next 5,
Okay. See,
just based on matchups.
I do, I do, I will agree somewhat with you. I have done stats for a couple of their games, and I have seen them go on long droughts, scoring droughts for 4 minutes, 5 game minutes, and just because the other team is worse at that moment than them, those teams don't capitalize. So I could see why they might only win 2 in the next 5, because these teams coming up, they won't be making that mistake of, if Halal Stars are in a drought, those teams probably will capitalize.
Now, I will say this. They're a very balanced team,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not necessarily a good thing because if you look at their stats right now, I know you talked about how they struggled to score a little bit. No
Mm-hmm.
one on their team averages more than in double figures.
Yeah.
Samir's their best player. He's at 9.8, so he's almost there. And then the other guy that we know that who's I think the best defender in D3 on the perimeter is Sammy.
Yes, I agree.
That's I mean he's won championships with Drip City, right? That was the team.
Yes. They
Yeah,
beat
so he's
us.
won championships with them, and he was the guy who was guarding guys on the perimeter and still
Agreed.
boxing guys out and getting block shots.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that they're bad. I just don't think that they have enough firepower to keep
Mm-hmm.
up with some of the better teams, um, especially with with their schedule that they have coming up. And to me, what I look at is there's going to be a potential downfall where they're going to start seeing strings of losses, and that's just going to discourage them. Right
Okay.
now, they're playing really well as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Winning helps everything. Once you start losing, and take it from someone who's been on some really bad teams,
Mm-hmm.
once you start losing a few games, everyone's thinking, you know what? What's the point? And people start chucking up shots.
Yeah.
And the whole morale just goes downhill from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that happening with this team. Now, again, it's not that they have a bad team. It's just I don't think they have enough firepower to keep up with some of the top teams.
Got you. And I think a lot of these games that they won have a lot to do with their defense. I've said it in my power rankings
Oh yeah.
before. They're defensive. They can be a defensive nightmare for teams. And I just think that's what mainly keeps them in the game. As you mentioned, none of them are scoring the double figures. And Samir Khan, 9.8, supposedly a very good 3-point shooter, is only shooting it at 20%.
If he's a good 3-point shooter, percentages will even out. So
Mm-hmm.
eventually he'll get better. And I think that's the hope for them. Because if
Yeah.
he doesn't get better, teams are going to start. D3 teams are dumb. They're not that dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Okay.
All right.
And then
Number
at. Oh, yes.
number 7.
Yes. I have my team, Black Mambas, at number 7.
Okay, so I already talked about your team. You can
Mhm.
go ahead and
Um, my team is, in my opinion, a special case. We have players that have the skill. I think that just because we haven't played together before, this whole team doesn't mesh properly. Um, there's a lot of ISO ball in my team, a lot of that kind of stuff. Which is, in some instances, if you have that kind of guy on the team, how we do have Hassam. What is he averaging? Pretty sure he's
I think
averaging.
he's averaging double figures because you have two
Mhm.
guys averaging double figures. It's John and Hassan averaging double figures for you
Yeah.
guys.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's just teams are figuring it out. As you said, D3 is dumb, but not that dumb. They will put their best man on Hassam, and then they will double to triple team John because John's a big guy. It's probably one of the bigger centers in D3, stronger as well. So they
Yeah.
do they do adjust. They do adjust. How Just Keep did last week. They adjusted very well to him, where they would just collapse, and he was getting those fouls. He was getting those fouls, but it was tiring him out for sure.
Yeah, and I mean those two guys on your team, John is another guy that he's just so damn big, so damn strong that he'll just keep you in games just based on his physicality.
Agreed. Yeah.
The reason that I had you guys ranked as low as I did is because I am not even mildly impressed with the wins that you guys have had so far. And they've been sort of confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys lost the first game, and I'll give you guys a pass on that. I think you guys only had 5 guys against AC 99.
Yeah.
So give you guys a pass on that. Second game against Showtime. I don't think that's a good team, but you guys did what you guys were supposed to do. You guys blew them out. You guys won by 20 points. So I look at that game and I think, okay, this is a good team, especially after the showing that you guys had on what's his name? Ed, no, not Edwin.
Oh,
Ethan.
Ethan. Yes.
Ethan, yes. So
Yeah.
like the game before he had 36 points.
Mm-hmm.
And against you guys he had what 12 or 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And
That's
he
thanks
struggled.
to Omar Khan. That guy is clamps.
Yeah, I mean that game was impressive. And then
Mm-hmm.
you guys follow that up with a 6-point win against Haba. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not a good team.
Agreed.
They've lost pretty much all their games by a lot.
By a lot. Yeah.
And then you guys go up against them and don't do much.
Yeah.
Then you guys play Goon Squad, and the parts of the games that I watched, you guys were pretty much down the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like to me. And
Yeah.
then I show up, and then last I hear is there was a buzzer beater and you guys won.
Yeah.
Now, Goon Squad's a tough squad for me to evaluate because they're 1-4. Their schedule doesn't look that crazy to me, although they
Mm-hmm.
have had a decent schedule. So that's not a very impressive win. And then the loss against Just Keep, believe it or not, that actually bumped you guys up in my rankings
Mm-hmm.
because spoiler alert, Just Keep is number one in my rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you guys lost, but you kept yourselves in it. And that to me made you guys a little bit better. So
Yeah.
you're the results that you guys have had have been confusing to me. So
No, I agree. I agree. I am sometimes confused myself, but
yeah,
I mean, the upside on my team, I feel like, is very high. It could be a very good team, but it could also be just complete disaster at the same time.
yeah, and like you said, the games that I've seen a lot of ISO ball, and that doesn't work in D3.
Yeah.
Unless you have, and I think John is one of the better players in D3,
Mm-hmm.
but he is not. I wouldn't put him in the same category of former D3 players like Ravi Sharma or Caleb or Muhammad Ali. Like I wouldn't put him in that category where he's just going to drop 40 on any given night. So when you
Mm-hmm.
don't have that guy, you can't play one on one.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Next,
So
I have.
wait, hold on. I
Go
got my
ahead.
number 7, which is
Okay.
Salam Charity.
Oh, okay. Talk to me about
So
that.
so Salam Charity for me. Again, there's a little bit of recency bias here.
Mm-hmm.
We played them. They didn't have Rizwan. Rizwan is uh, a former teammate of mine,
Mm-hmm.
a guy that I have known for a very long time. That entire team is like part of that Garden Grove Masjid crew.
Got you.
Uh, Very tough defensively. They foul a lot,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot.
26 to your guys is
And
five.
part of that is also because we have a big guy that they just couldn't do anything with. And then
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's some uh not a lot, but there's some of that that just has to do with the fact that at the end of the game it was a close game and we were up, so they had to commit fouls.
Yeah.
So some of that is due to that. But yeah, they foul a lot. They have Bilal Mukhlas, who is very strong dude, but he's a little out of control sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
On the defensive end and on the offensive end, you have Hassan Mukhlas. He's a good defender. Actually, I'm sorry. He was a good defender once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little bit older, doesn't have the same stamina, and now he just fouls.
Yeah.
I think when we played them, there was 3 guys with like 5 fouls and 1 guy who fouled out.
Mm-hmm.
So like that team fouls a lot,
Yeah.
but they also play great defense when the refs aren't calling it. And if we're being perfectly honest here, the D3 refs aren't calling everything. We've had so
Agreed.
many games where they're just not calling anything. Their philosophy is keep playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if that's the case, and that's part of the reason that I'm giving them such high ranking, because the refs aren't going to call those most games.
Yeah.
And if they're not calling those most games, teams are going to get frustrated. When you muck up the games, D3 teams get frustrated, and you have on Salam Charity a guy who can control the game with Rizwan.
Mm-hmm.
And who's their other point guard? He was actually very good too. Let me see here.
Was it Rehan Khan?
Yes, there you go. I mean, this dude is crafty.
Mm-hmm.
He's smaller than me, and yet he gets inside the paint and is finishing over our bigs
Mm-hmm.
because of just great footwork. So offensively, they have 2 guys who can get them buckets. Defensively, everyone plays defense or fouls, and no one's calling it. So it's good defense. And so that's why I have them ranked so high.
I could see that, I'm gonna give them a little bone here. I haven't really watched them play yet. So I'm just basing it off their record. Um, the close win you guys had against them, honestly, I was chalking it up to you guys just had a bad shooting day. But after talking to you, saying that they're a very strong defensive team, maybe I'll tweak the power rankings a little bit because it seems like I'm not giving them the respect that they're due.
I mean, they're a smart team. When you say we had a bad shooting night, we had a bad shooting night because they knew who to guard at the 3-point line,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew which defenders to put where.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we had a bad shooting night. And I would give caregivers the same thing. They knew who the shooters were, and they stuck with the shooters. A lot of D3 teams don't do that.
Yeah.
They might look at the scouting report, but they don't actually follow it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been in this league for like over 20 seasons now.
Mm-hmm.
I am a shooter. Why in the hell would I be wide open on a 3-point shot at any point?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? You know what I do.
Do you find yourself
If
open a
you,
lot?
oh yeah. I mean, when we played against a main event, most of my shots were wide open, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
when we played against Sand Ninjas, most of my shots, like I think I hit like one or two heat check shots, but for the most part, I was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
That's just bad basketball IQ. That's bad defense because you know who the shooters are. Guard the shooters. It's not that hard.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I think the perfect example of that is Just Keep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shooting team. They have a few guys who are just excellent shooters, and yet somehow they get wide open shots very often.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what kept us, just to backtrack a little bit, that's what kept my team in the game against them, is that we did cover their shooters pretty well. It's just when it came to Sunny and Nick, just couldn't stay in front of them. They were, Sunny especially, very shifty, very
Yeah.
crafty, gets to the basket without it. I couldn't stay in front of him. I guarded him for 3 possessions. All 3 times he passed me up, got the layup each time. Nick, strong dude, he'll back you down, doesn't care who it is. And, having, I feel like Just Keep is very deep, but we'll talk about them once we get to them.
Yeah.
All right, for
All right. So,
number 6, I have Wolfpack.
okay. Wow. I'm actually very surprised by your rankings right now
Really,
because there's one team that I thought you would have mentioned already and they haven't been mentioned yet. This is,
I
or
think I
maybe
know
they
who
have
it
and I'm not
is.
paying attention. You want to take a guess? Okay. Go ahead.
Is between Main Event and Dunya Elite.
It's I just realized you haven't named Dunya Elite either
Mm-hmm.
because I have them at number 12. But
Yeah.
for me, it's main event. That's the team that I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle putting them at number 6
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think I have a fair assessment of them. We played them first game and we blew them out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, they've made some roster changes and they've since then gotten a lot better because they haven't lost a game since then.
Yeah.
They're 4-1 right now. That's another team that has shooters. Amar Ashraf is another guy that every single time I see him wide open, I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You see Hamza Ashraf. Hamza Ashraf, I'm going to say, is the best wide open 3-point shooter in D3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone on Just Keep says. I consider myself the best 3-point shooter in D3, but in terms of wide open 3-point shots, if Hamza Ashraf is on my team and I see him wide open, I'm passing him the ball every
Mm-hmm.
single time. I don't care if he's over 10, over 20. And yet, this is a guy who still finds himself wide open.
Mm-hmm.
He barely moves up and down the court, and yet somehow he's still wide open. Like it's not that hard to guard him.
Teams really
And
do
yet
misjudge. They really
they
do.
do. And this is what he's been doing for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Ibrahim Alahi, who's a
Mm-hmm.
very good pickup for them. I don't know if he was a pickup or if he just missed the game against us, but
Pickup.
okay, he's been phenomenal for them.
Mm-hmm.
Amar Thareen,
Yep.
he's one of those sneaky good guys
Yeah.
because I don't remember him ever being good, but he's always been good,
He was my
if that makes
teammate as
sense.
well. 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just don't think of him as being good, but he's
Mm-hmm.
somehow he just puts up stats. He makes the right plays. He plays defense, gets rebounds, scores the ball. Like he just does everything, and
Yeah.
you just don't expect it from
Mm-hmm.
him. So solid team all around, but a little bit low basketball IQ. Again, I talked about this when we played against them. They just left me wide open, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Especially if I'm hitting shots.
Yeah.
If I'm missing shots, that's
Yeah.
one thing. If I'm hitting shots, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's my
Again,
take on them.
I do have my rankings heavily based on record as well.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense.
but again, if I was to take your route on pure skill and where I think they're gonna end up, I feel like it would be a little bit different. And maybe we can talk about that, later on, and what I would change in my own rankings. So yes, back to Wolfpack. They had a game against Sand Ninjas. They were 5 people. They had a fantastic first half. They were cooking first half. The second half they just ran out of gas. I mean, 5 players, it's very tough to win.
Yeah, and I'll talk about Wolfpack next if you're done with that, but I have them ranked at number 4.
Number
So
4, okay.
just naturally I'll just shift to that. Um, you're right, they were up and it was a roller coaster game for them because they started the game off down 10-2.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they came back. Like at one point it's 10-2, and then I'm watching a D2 game. I turn around and they're up like 17-12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
in the world just happened? Like how do you give up that big of a run?
Mm-hmm.
They only had 5 guys, completely ran out of gas. At one point in the third quarter, I looked up and they hadn't scored for like the first 7 minutes.
Yeah. They scored 7
And I
to San Ninjas 18 in the third quarter.
And that'll happen when you have a guy who's going 2 for 21 from the 3-point line. I
Yeah.
mean, good God, how do you get 21 3-point attempts up? I would love that.
Yeah.
But anyways, Morose, who, by the way, when he's on,
Oh yeah.
that's the most unstoppable player in D3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much you played against this guy, but this is a guy that we have these D1 guys, Yasser Yusuf and Abdul Yusuf.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in the day, there was a tournament that we played in at UCI,
Okay.
and the team Morose was playing on, they were okay. Morose shows up late to the tournament, and they play against Yasser and Abdul Sim, both of them on the same team. Keep in mind, these are two D1 players.
Mm-hmm.
D1, D, and I think Yasser's playing D4 as well, but two D1 players single-handedly kept him in the game, hit a buzzer beater to take him to overtime with like three guys draped all over him because he just has that type of game. When he's on,
Yeah.
and you just can't guard him. And he's one of the biggest guys. A little bit of conspiracy here, but I don't know how he passed a height check. But anyways, uh, going past that, they do have two other guys who are taller than him, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he's just a guy that once he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. He can rebound the ball. He can shoot the ball. He can drive the ball. He can post up. Last season, he had a 10 3-point, 10 a game with 10 3-pointers with his left hand.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do
Just
with that?
just to add on to that, I would go out on a limb to say he's probably one of the hardest working players in D3.
I mean, yeah, if you watch his Instagram and you see him shooting like 500 shots a
Yeah.
game with
Yeah.
at whatever gym he's at. And by the way, we haven't even gotten to any of their other players. Like Feroz is quietly,
Oh.
I think the stats are a little bit off because he didn't play last game, so his stats
Mm-hmm.
went down. But he's quietly having the best season that he's had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Imran Maki is having a bad season right now, and I know he just got injured because he got like a forearm or an elbow to the throat very early in that game against Sand Ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
So really, they were kind of playing 4-on-5.
Yeah.
Um, they have their two bigs who aren't really bigs. They're tall,
And they can
uh,
shoot.
but they can shoot. Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
shooters.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and we haven't even mentioned the fact that they're the defending champs.
Yeah. And just to give Imran his flowers, he is an absolute heater when he is cooking. Like, I played this against this dude a couple seasons ago. You could have a hand in his face. You could push him on a 3-point. He will not miss if he's on. And it's just probably one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
Yeah, and if you actually look at his stats historically, he always starts off season slow,
Mm-hmm.
and then he ends them off with a little bit. He gets into a rhythm, and then
Yeah.
once the playoffs get around, that's a guy you can't leave open.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know we're just continuing to talk about Wolfpack, but they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
They also have another guy on their team, which I would love to one day have on my team, Garrett.
Okay.
That man sets the best screens. He sets some of the best off-ball screens that I have ever, like when we scrimmaged against them, when I was not guarding Garrett, when I was guarding someone else, when he was setting the screens for me, first off, you feel those screens.
Yeah.
When you bump into them, you don't bump into him, you fly off of him
Mm-hmm.
because he's built.
Yeah.
Number two, he knows where to set the screens, and he's just constantly at it. He doesn't stop moving. He doesn't stop setting screens. And he's a pretty decent offensive player. He's very unselfish. He could probably average more points per game if he was a little bit more selfish. But that's another guy that just you want those type of players on your team.
Yeah.
And they have all of those guys.
Mm-hmm. And just to add to that, how we were talking about Halal Stars not having players in double figures. Wolfpack only has one. But I feel like Wolfpack, I said this in my previous rankings, they are, in my opinion, like the Spurs. Their chemistry is there. They play basketball the right way, and it's just, I feel like it's just, that's what their game has been for as many seasons as I've been, playing D3. It's
Yeah.
always been like, they might not have the flashiest players, but they're always up there in the rankings just because of how well they always work together.
They're very smart players. And as far as their stats, what I will say is they don't have flashy stats, but a lot of these guys know they're going to make the playoffs. they're not really trying in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a dirty little secret of D3. Guys take their stats in the regular season.
Of course.
So this is what this team is very good at. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember even last season, we played them last game of the season. It was a meaningless game.
Mm-hmm.
All of their guys are basically worried about getting their stats lowered. Like, let's not get too many points.
Yeah.
But they still beat us
Yeah.
because they're like, guys, it doesn't get you any TSP to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just locked in the clamps.
And what team were you
But as
on
far
last
as
season?
last season, I was relentless. We were
Ooh.
relentlessly losing every game.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that team. Hey, I mean, look at you now. 5-0.
I mean, we've gotten some. I mean, this is a completely revamped team. So
Mm.
we'll talk about my team once we get there.
Okay.
All right. So
Now,
who do you have at number 4?
number 5, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped 5. You're right. Okay, so I didn't even go through my 5. I went through my 4. Okay,
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
I have Dunya Elite at 5.
Yeah, I don't see that.
No,
I'm sorry. Go
you
ahead.
know, the thing is, again, since it's based on record, I gave them that. But when I watched their game against Goon Squad, and I love my dudes on Goon Squad, and I know there were down players, I was watching, I was like, what is going on? Like, this shouldn't be allowed to be called basketball. There was, I believe, like 3 minutes of game time where it's just brick after brick, or they're just completely missing the rim, and I'm just like, wow, this is like this is like watching, I don't know, like, kids learning how to play basketball. I don't know what it was that day, but yeah, I mean, I had to rank them above my team, and the main reason for that was we beat a terrible team by only 6, as you mentioned, as I know. They beat that team by the biggest margin that any other team has, by 30, I think it was 31 or 34, something like that. And not to say that that proves anything, but I just had to give them a little bit of respect.
Yeah, they beat Heba by 31.
Mhm. So, do I really think they are number 5? No. But just for the sake of, you know, standings wise and trying to be a little political, I guess, I gave it to them.
I don't care about being political. They suck. Um, I mean, I look. The reason that I say that is I don't mean every single player on their team. They have
Mhm.
Salman Ansari, who I think if they had a better team, he's an MVP candidate.
Mhm.
He's his game is nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm that's all I really have to say. He's a very good player.
Mhm.
He's probably with the stats that he's putting up, I'm guessing he's probably going to get banned from D3 after the season. This is without looking up
Yeah.
what his 2-season average is, but I would think that he's probably getting banned after this season.
Mhm.
As a team, they are, let's see, where are they? The games that I've seen, they're just not a very good shooting team. I don't know
Yeah.
if the stats actually show that. They are
Oh, they do miss a lot of stats. They do. Stat keepers do miss a lot.
they do miss a lot, but as far as the shot attempts, I'm talking about just in terms of shooting. The
Mhm.
stat keepers, whenever people say to me like, "Oh, the stat keepers, they're inaccurate and stuff like that," yeah, they're inaccurate, but they, for the most part, they're decent at shot attempts and makes.
Mhm.
They may not get all the rebounds, they may not get all the assists. They're definitely not getting all the blocks and steals or turnovers, but shot attempts, they're pretty decent at.
Mhm.
So that's what I look at in terms of their shooting for Dunya Elite. They are near the bottom of the league in 3-point percentage
Mhm.
and near the top in attempts.
Yeah.
That's not a good combination. You can't
Yeah.
be one of the worst 3-point shooting teams while at the same time taking that many threes.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by they're just not that good.
Mhm.
They have a couple guys on their team who are decent, but I just think it's too their game is just too one dimensional. They rely on like one or two players offensively. Defensively, I don't really see much defense on their
Yeah.
part. They've had a pretty easy schedule. They beat
Mhm.
one team by a lot. Are they 3-2 right now?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, they're 3-2 right now, and to me the most impressive win that they had was Goon Squad.
Good spot, yeah.
Showtime's not an impressive win because I don't think that's a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Although what I will give them is the games they're supposed to win, they're winning,
Yeah.
and they're not winning them by luck. It's not like they're just getting a tip at the end to
Mm-hmm.
go their way, or like a bounce to go their way. Like they beat Showtime by 14 points. They beat um, Goon Squad by 8 points in a low scoring game,
Mm-hmm.
and they beat Heba by a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm a little conflicted, but again, because my rankings are based on projected,
Mm-hmm.
what they have going up against them is, in my opinion, one, possibly two winnable games. They're not beating you guys, I don't think. They're not beating Sand Ninjas. They're not beating Salama Lakers. And Cream City's the worst team in our division, or in our conference, I should say. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm not putting it past them. I think they could steal a game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's my take on this
No,
team.
I agree. I agree. Now, you won't like this. Number 4, I have main event.
Again,
Now,
your rankings are based on their current, and
mm-hmm.
they are top four in terms of standings right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah. Um, I do think this team has some, maybe a slight chance of making it far in the playoffs, maybe to the conference finals, maybe. But they would have to be clicking on all cylinders for that to happen. Um, I just think that it's not the hardest team to guard, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody on that team. Um, I just don't see the top level teams having much of a problem with them.
yeah, and I think I mostly agree with that. The only thing that I will say is, if you're a shooting team, you always have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
If you have shooters on your team, you just always have a chance. That's the game that we currently play. We don't play 2000s basketball. We play basketball as it is today. Most teams are chucking up threes. I mean, most D3 games, when you look at them, it's you
Oh,
see one missed three, and then you see another missed three, then see another missed three, you see another missed three. Like, it's just that back and forth.
yeah.
And with them having the shooters that they have, Amar is a guy who just runs around and just gets open.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's one of those guys that's actually hard to guard from the 3 point line because he actually runs around.
Yeah.
Uh, Hamza's not one of those guys, but Hamza's still, like I said before, I think the best spot up, wide open 3 point shooter in D3.
It's knocked down, yeah.
Um, and they do have one of the better bigs in D3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mahmoud, I didn't talk about that when I was talking about this team. Mahmoud is a very solid big.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he does everything you want from a big. Defends, rebounds, he can score the basketball, he's efficient from the field, doesn't turn the ball over. So he's a solid player to have on your team. So I can see them being ranked high. I just don't see them. The reason that I don't see them going too far is because I've said D3 isn't that smart. The top of D3 is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's who you have to beat to go
Yeah.
far. Those are the teams that I just don't see them beating, unless that's not counting them out completely. Because again, as long as you have shooters, you got a chance.
Yeah.
So if they're on, they can beat pretty much anyone. If
Mm-hmm.
they're off, they're gonna lose to pretty much everyone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. And yeah, so I already gave you my four. I didn't give you my five, so I'll give you my five. My five is Sand Ninjas.
Okay.
We already talked about them,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not going to spend too much time on them. But they've completely changed their team.
Yeah.
That's why I have them at number five. I
Yeah.
look at the rest of their schedule, and I think it's completely believable that they're going to win out the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's why I have them ranked so high, because this is a completely revamped roster with one of the best players in D3 in Jaham, one of the smartest players in D3 in Adam Jabber, and one of the best shooters in D3 in adding Ali Qureshi.
Yeah. Yeah. I see it now. I see it. Now that you put it like that, I do see it.
Yeah, so that's my four. Are we at number three now?
We are at number 3.
All right.
This
So
is
why don't you go
where
ahead and start us off?
I have Halal Stars.
Okay.
Now, Halal Stars, I've said it in my rankings before. They can struggle offensively a lot. And I think that that's one of the main reasons they lost their game against Just Keep. What was that? Week 1 or week 2?
Just Keep was, I think, week 2.
Week 2. Let me see.
Because week 1 they
Yes.
played Halal Stars played against Dunya Elite.
Yeah. So right here, Halal Stars 33, Just Keep 40. Um, it seems like they do play good defense, and I think that's what kept them in the game because they only lost by 7, against the
Yeah.
number 1 squad. But again, they're 3-pointers, 3 for 24 that game. And field goals was good, 9 for 17. But once we switch over and look at Just Keep, a pretty good 3-point shooting team. They
The
went
best 3-point shooting team
they went
in
7 for
D3.
20. And
Yeah.
then, they took less shots than Halal Stars did total, which I think proves Halal Stars' defensive capabilities.
Yeah.
Um, Again, their defense is what carries them. They can struggle offensively, but last game they did play very well, offensively and defensively. They, I believe, shot the ball. Where is it? 6 for 17 from the 3-point line. Not amazing, but better than what they're used to. Then the field goals were 14 for 22. They were above 50%. And I believe that's the highest they've had all season. Again,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
they offensively they're going to struggle. They just don't have a go-to option offensively. Samir's probably going to be their best guy offensively that they can potentially go to, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not. I just don't see him yet as a guy. He's too young.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't see him as that guy who you can give the ball to at the end of the game, especially against the better teams in D3.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're playing against, for example, Wolfpack, Feroz is one of the best defenders. I don't see him getting. I don't see him doing too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
If he's playing against Sand Ninjas, and they put, as much as I hate to say this, they put Adam on him. Adam's not a great defender, but he's good enough that he can stay with him. If
Yeah.
they were smart and they actually put Jaheim on him, he's not doing anything
Yeah.
with Jaheim's length.
Oh yeah.
Against Salam Lakers, you put Edwin on him. Sorry, he's just not going to do much.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see them as having that go-to option that they need. So
Agreed.
it's just purely because of their offense that I don't have them ranked as high as you do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who was your number 3?
My number 3 is my team now.
Oh, okay.
So we're 5-0, but I have us as number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be objective about this. Part of this is, again, my rankings isn't just based on our current record; it's based on what my projected record is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're going to end up as 8-2.
Okay.
We have 3 very tough games coming up, and our 3 toughest games of the season so far coming up. We have Wolfpack, Salama Lakers, and then Just Keep.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being perfectly honest, there's a very real chance we lose all 3 of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have enough firepower on our team offensively that I think we can potentially win all 3 of those games as well. It's going to be where we need to be a little bit more disciplined offensively because I tend to get to a point where I tend to take some bad shots. We have Mahmoud on our team who's been a great addition. He tends
Mm-hmm.
to, get a little trigger happy with the 3. So we can go cold.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in some of these games where we've just gotten cold. We went cold against Main Event. We went cold, or excuse me, not against Main Event, against Salam Charity, against Caregivers, against San Ninjas to a degree. I wasn't there for the Cream City game, but most of the team went cold. Mahmoud bailed us out with his 20 points. Uh, One of the reasons that I have us ranked at number 3 is basically I think there's 2 guys who give us a chance, 3 guys really, who give us a chance to win any given game.
Mm-hmm.
Ismail, that is the young guy that we've been missing for as long as I've been on the Azim franchise team, Azim Lahani franchise teams. Um, we just haven't had a lot of youth, and this guy he's so fast.
Yeah.
Like you look up, he's gone, and that's the guy that we've been missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we added Ahmed Abdul Karim. He goes by Hamada. This man is the best big in D3. I don't care what anyone says. I will. I know you guys have John on your team, and I know John's a strong guy. I would bet my life savings on Hamada. Ahmed Abdul Karim goes by Hamada. I would bet my life savings on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so big and strong. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Uh, and we've been playing without our second big, Hamad
Hmm.
Sheikh, who, well, when Hamad Sheikh was playing last season, we were 3-1,
Hmm.
and then he couldn't make it to the games, and we didn't win another game after that. So with the two bigs that we have with Ismail, with Mahmoud, I think we have enough firepower, but we're untested and we haven't played the toughest part of our schedule.
Hmm.
So that's why I can't put us higher than 3. But at the end of the day, I still have to reward my own team for being 5-0. We've
Yes.
won every game that we're supposed to win. So
Hmm.
that's why I have us at number 3.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, you said it, so I don't have to say it about the first half of your schedule. Your second half is definitely a lot tougher. Tougher. Wolfpack, as you said,
Yeah.
Salam Lakers, just keep. Um, why don't we kind of try to predict? What do you think each game's outcome is?
So to me, I mean, look, I can't really give you an outcome. I think part of it it's just going to depend on who's going to show up. I think we're going to win at least one of those games.
Hmm.
And that's why I have us as 8-2 for the season.
Hmm.
I think we're going to win one of those games. I think Wolfpack is potentially the game that we
Hmm.
win. Although again, if it was up, obviously, if I'm trying to like pick, I'm going to pick my own team every single game. But
Yeah.
if I'm trying to be objective about it, the team that we're going to struggle against is Just Keep.
Yeah.
Uh, Salama Lakers, I have them ranked higher than my own team because I think their guard play is just that good.
Hmm.
And I don't know if we're good enough defensively yet to keep up with them. I think we're good enough from the backcourt side,
Hmm.
from the front court side, we're good enough to keep up with them. From the backcourt side, I think their backcourt is the best backcourt in D3.
Hmm.
So if I had to pick, I would say we're going probably 1-3 in these games. Or
Hmm.
sorry, 1-2 in these games, and with the win coming against Wolfpack, because I just think we match up really well against them.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
So
that.
now the game that I have my eye out is Just Keep, just
Yeah.
because they're at the top. They're at the top right now. So
Hmm.
that's the game that I want the most.
Yeah. That's the game I want to see the most too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we just talked about.
We
Oh,
just talked about my team at number 3. I don't
I
know if you
have.
mentioned your number
I
3.
have. Yeah, I did. Hello Stars, and then I have you guys at
Okay,
number
that's it.
two.
Okay.
One of the undefeated teams. Got to put you up there. Um, Again, the reason I'll give you the reason why you guys aren't number one is just because of schedule. Um,
I agree.
yeah, Just Keep has had tougher schedule, but they've obviously cruised through it. Um, yeah, I'm just excited to see what you guys do in the next couple games. There will be fun games to watch for sure. I will make sure that I'm either scorekeeping that game or not doing anything so I can watch them. I don't think I've gotten a chance to catch one of your games actually watch them. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sad we don't play against each other. You know, I feel like that would
I
be
mean, you
fun
shouldn't be
too.
too sad. Not every team makes the playoffs. That's a loss coming your way.
I don't know because I feel like now, as you said, you feel like your big man is the best one in D3. I feel like mine is, and I feel that they're
I mean,
both.
you could feel that way, but you're wrong.
I mean, we can't really say that unless it happens.
No, I can say that.
I don't think so.
We'll scrimmage. We'll live stream the scrimmage.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, number one, we have. I'm sure, no
Well,
surprise to
I have my
anybody.
number 2 right now.
Oh yes, go ahead.
So my number 2, Salama Lakers. We talked about it, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. I just think,
Mm-hmm.
again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. Best
Mm-hmm.
backcourt in D3. So that's it right there.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. So number 1, both of us have the same team.
yes. I have a lot to say about this team.
All
A
right,
lot to
go for
say.
it.
Um, Obviously, record wise, differential wise, best team in D3. Shooting is just amazing compared to the rest of the division. I mean, they have Z-Huck, they have Sunny, they have. Let me just pull up their roster really quick. They just have.
As a side note,
Mhm.
anyone named Zeeshan can shoot.
I have. It's been a trend. I'm learning that it's been a trend now. But which Zeeshan is better?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not entertaining that one. I'm
No, no.
sorry.
Let me hear. Who's the better
That's
Zishan?
not worth it.
Is it Zishan
It's clearly
Iqbal or
me.
is
Come
Zishan
on.
Hakani?
It's Iqbal. Come on. Stop it.
I mean, they have um Isaiah's not on their team no more, right?
No, he's not on their team.
Okay.
Was he supposed to be on their team or was he supposed to be? Oh yeah, he was supposed to be on their team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that I didn't know, and that's why I had ranked them. I'll stand by this, or not stand by this. I will own up to this. I had them ranked very low in my preseason rankings because I just
Really?
didn't. Um, I had them ranked probably somewhere in the middle of the pack
Okay.
in my preseason rankings because I thought D3 was smarter than what they are, and also I underestimated how good Sunny is, and I underestimated how good I'm blanking on their other player's name,
Nick.
Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I was I I just underestimated how good those two are.
And
As far as
I don't blame you. If you look at their stats, it doesn't look, anything crazy. Nick is averaging 7.8 points per game. Sonny's at
he doesn't
12.
he doesn't need to. I
Yeah.
mean, neither of those guys really needs to because this is this is the reason that I have them ranked higher, other than the schedule, is because they have so many guys who can pretty much light you up on any
Oh
given
yeah.
day. Like
Mm-hmm.
we didn't talk about Asad,
Yeah.
who had a 36-point game, and that's a former teammate of mine.
Yeah.
He had a 36-point game, and then the next game he had 0.
Yeah.
And it's not because he had a bad game, it's because they didn't need him.
Yeah.
And even the first game, they didn't really need him. It's just he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so they kept feeding him the ball.
Yeah.
And that goes towards what their team chemistry is. When they see the
Oh yeah.
hot hand, they just keep shooting, or they just keep giving it to that hot hand. And this team has been sort of somewhat consistent with Zeeshan, Z-Huck. Again, one of the best shooters in D3. I can admit that. He is
Mm-hmm.
one of the best shooters in D3, and yet somehow he gets wide open for so many 3-point shots. I don't understand it. It
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense, but it happens every single season.
I can
But this
answer
is
that
the team that
question, or I can answer that.
go for it.
He does, as you said, Amar Ashraf. How he moves around. Z-Huck moves around like that too. And it gets
Okay.
hard to keep up with, as you said, it gets hard to keep up with people that constantly are moving around. And I feel like that goes into the way Just Keep has been playing and how they have been playing for the past couple seasons is their chemistry is just off the charts. These guys are all
And they
Corona
feed off of
guys.
each other.
Yeah, yeah. Their energy is something else too. The crowd they attract is something else. Like they just have everything you want on a team, and like watching them play makes you want to play with them because of the whole energy that they bring as a squad. And yeah, I mean, I even told Z Huck a couple games ago. I was like, "Yo, give me your jersey. Let me play for you guys real quick," because it looks like fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't matter who is the main guy on their team, because obviously they have everyone. They have Sunny at 12, Asad at 11, Ramiz is at 5, Z Huck is only at 7.4, where you would expect him to be a lot higher for being one of the better shooters in D3. But as you said, they don't really need it. Nick at 7, Shahir Safe at 11. There's a guy you don't really expect to be
Yeah.
one of their leading scorers. But he is sitting at 11.5 on 55% from the field. And they just do a great job getting out in transition, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of their biggest assets is how fast their pace is.
Yeah, I think that so from the games that I've seen so far, I would agree with everything that you just said. The one thing that I would add as a negative is sometimes they're a little out of control,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they do get a little trigger happy. Although I don't mind them getting a little trigger happy because they are leading D3 in 3-point percentage, and it's not close.
Yeah, and if
Like
they see
my
one go
my
in,
team is
then
next. Yeah,
yeah,
they feed off of each other.
yeah,
Like we played against not this iteration of the team, but I've played against these Z-Hawk teams, and when they get going, before when they had like is it Omar Khalid
yeah,
who's on that team?
yeah,
Yeah, like once these guys get going, once one guy hits a shot, the entire team, it just feels like an avalanche.
yeah,
And so that's the positive. The downside is I feel like it's relatively easy to not, I don't want to say easy, actually. Let me take that back. It's not easy. I think if you're disciplined enough, you can do enough defensively to win a game against these guys. You guys held them to 44 points. Black or not Black Mama, sorry. Um Halal Stars. They held them to 40 points. Teams are capable of doing that. Now,
yeah,
again, these are two of the better defensive teams. You guys and Halal Stars are two of the better defensive teams, but If you can do that, you just need your offense to sort of match up. And where other D3 top contenders are going to give them a little bit more trouble is I think some of them will be able to put up better offense. Like
Mm-hmm.
Wolfpack will be able to put up better offense. We're going to be able to put up better offense than 30 some points, even though
Yeah.
we've had games of 30 some points. Salama Lakers, that's a team that's going to be able to put up better offense. Sand Ninjas, all these teams are going to be able to keep up with them offensively
Mm-hmm.
just by playing good defense.
Yeah.
No team is outgunning them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they have way too many weapons.
Yeah.
Uh, so if a team wants to run and gun against them, that team's going to lose.
Yeah.
But if you want to play half court defense and then just sort of play a half court offense against them, I think they're a beatable team. But
You,
give them credit. I have them at 9-1.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I just think that at some point they're probably going to give up a game, possibly at the end of the season, just because TSP purposes, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they're just, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I can see them losing a game just randomly.
Okay. Okay. Just to add to that, what were we just talking about? What was it that we were just talking about?
On on Just Keep.
Yeah.
Well, we had mentioned quite a few names, but we talked about Asad, we talked about Omar Khalid, who's no longer on the team. We talked about Zihak. We talked about, I don't know if we talked about Ramez.
We
Ramiz.
didn't. We didn't. Oh
And
yeah.
that's a very good player to
Yeah.
have on your team. One of the
And
most unselfish players in
oh
D3.
yeah. I would love to play with Ramez. Ramez is
Yes,
just
agreed.
first of all the sweetest guy ever, But just it doesn't it wouldn't feel right to see him off of Corona's team. Just because when playing against them, you could see the chemistry. Like I'll give you an example. One of the first plays of the game, I'm guarding Zihak. John is on Rames. Rames comes and sets a screen, and our team had agreed we have to either we call a switch or we go over the screen on everything.
Yeah.
For that one, I felt like I could get over that screen, but I couldn't. So I didn't call for a switch. Zihuk already knew what Rames was going to do. Before Rames even started slipping towards the basket, the ball was already between me and John. And it just goes to show that they've played so much with each other. They know how they play. And the thing is, it's been done to me before with those two players, Zihuk and Rames. They've done it countless times against me, and it just infuriates me every time that we can't, stop it from ever happening. We did recover. We stopped it from happening later, but as you were mentioning, defensively, if you play well against them, you have a shot at beating them. And I was very frustrated at my team and myself after that game because I could feel it. I was like, damn, we just needed to tighten up our defense. We needed to make a couple adjustments, and we could it maybe not beat them, but it could have been a lot closer than it was.
Well, I don't think you guys really needed to do much defensively. Again, you held them to 44 points. You did your job defensively, I think. Could you have played better? I'm sure you could have. Like, no game is going to be perfect defensively, but I think you guys did your job defensively. You held them to 11 points a quarter. That's putting your team in a position to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the offense just wasn't there.
Wasn't. Yeah.
Now, and one thing I will say about Just Keep is to go to your point about their team chemistry, they could be losing a game or they could be in a tight game. They don't seem to be bothered. They seem to just, they're not rattled, and then they still have a guy that they can give the ball to. I haven't seen Nick play as much,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of this is just based on what I've heard. I've heard he's one of the best players in D3.
Yeah.
And you said he's averaging what, 7.8 points a game or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What that tells me is if there's a close game, you got a weapon who's just waiting to be unleashed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure part of his stats is just he wants to continue playing with his friends in
Mm-hmm.
D3. Because
Mhm.
I'm sure if he wanted to average 20 points a game, he could. There's a few guys in D3, if they wanted to average 20 points a game, they could. And not having seen his game based purely on what I've heard, he seems to be one of those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Because there was a game that I was watching. They were blowing them out, and I think in third and fourth quarter he played maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They just didn't need him, so they saved him, and they had Shahir going off. I think that was the game with what's his name, Asad. He had 36.
Yeah, I mean
and
they
just
played. Who did they play?
AC
They
99,
played.
wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. They did play AC 99, and
Yeah.
that's a very disappointing team in my mind.
Yeah.
For as much as they've put in the comment, like guys, stop commenting. Just stop. If you're
Like,
gonna get blown out by like damn near 40 points, don't say if we had our eight. If you had your eight, you would have lost by 35.
mhm, mhm.
So yeah, enough about AC 99. I don't want to talk about these bad teams. Um, with Just Keep, the way that I would say it is they remind me a little bit of old school AK Trey,
Okay.
which is now Wolfpack, just because of their chemistry.
Mhm,
Like they play smart basketball, and that's what I love seeing. I
mhm.
love seeing the constant ball movement, the constant man movement. I love seeing the cutting. They play pretty smart defensively, so they deserve the number one spot right now.
Agreed. Agreed. I mean, at least we agree with number 1 and 16.
And 15, and 15.
And
We have Cream
15.
City at 15.
Yep, yep.
Yes, we
Uh,
had a few
we did.
few that
We
that,
did.
that were at the same, but I think for the most part they were around the same spot. I think the biggest differences were, for example, Halal Stars.
Yeah.
I had them at 8. You had them at 3.
Yeah.
Uh, Main event, I don't think was that different. You had them at 4. I had them at 6, so they're not too far off. I forgot where you had. You had Sand Ninjas pretty low, but
I
again,
had
yours
them
are.
9.
Yeah, you had them 9. That has to do with the fact that your rankings are based on current records and mine's are
Mhm.
based on projected. So
Yeah.
if I had them based on current records, I would agree with you. I would think that's probably where they are.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'm actually no, that's not true. I would still rank them higher.
Where would you put them at?
I would still put them at number 5.
Really?
The reason,
Okay.
okay, so the reason is, and I understand that they don't have a great record,
Mhm.
but you have to take into, even if you're not going to look at their record moving forward, you have to take a look at what their roster is now.
Yeah.
They've completely changed their roster.
Mhm.
Like you
Mhm.
can't completely ignore that. And the two guys that they added are guys who were formerly banned from D3.
Yeah.
Ali Qureshi put up like 20 points a game in D4 last season. And I know there's a lot of D3 guys who think they can hang with the D4 boys.
Mhm.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You just
agreed.
can't.
Agreed.
That's a different level of game. I'm playing right
Mhm.
now D4 and D3, and it's day and night. I haven't scored a bucket in D4
Uh-huh.
all season.
Mhm.
So,
It's
and
more
I'm number
discipline,
4.
I feel like.
It's more discipline. It's those guys are just smarter because
Yeah.
a lot of those guys are former D1 players.
Mhm.
They haven't gotten worse. They've just gotten older.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different game. But yeah, my point being, Ali put up great stats in D4.
Mhm.
When he comes down to D3, he's not going to be doing worse. He's going
Yeah.
to be doing better. So that's why I have them. That's why I still think, regardless of whether I did this by current ranking or current standings or just based on their team and projected rankings, they'd still be high up there for me.
Okay. Okay. I see. I can understand and see that. I can. I think I would also have them a little bit higher than this too. Just, I don't know how Ali Qureshi plays, but from what you've said, he's very good. And just I just think having a good floor general is so huge, so huge, especially in a division
Yeah.
like D3 where everybody's just reckless with the shots they're taking and the way they're playing the game.
Yeah. One team that I actually, okay, so who do you think? We didn't really give too much love to the teams at the bottom.
Mm.
So
Yep.
Cream City, Heba, which team is more likely to win a game?
Cream City.
Agreed. I don't think Heba's winning a game.
Yeah.
If they're listening to this and getting offended, don't get offended. You're just a bad team. Uh, that's just facts. Uh, yeah,
What about between Caregivers and AC 99?
caregivers
All day?
all day, every day.
Mm.
I think they're just a better team.
Yeah.
AC 99, I think, has Ursulon's been like I've seen him play a couple times. He's very good.
Mm.
Um, but I think caregivers has defensive players that can guard him,
Yeah.
that can stay with him. I think they're physical enough. Again, I would be very high on caregivers if the season started all over again.
Mm.
Now that they've had a few games under their belt, they've built up a little bit of chemistry. I think a lot of these guys are former big stepper players from last season, right?
I actually haven't had a chance to look at their roster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're in a different conference than you guys, so I don't think you guys would be. Do you guys even play them?
I don't believe we do. No, we do not. We play Dunya Elite, Halal Star, Salon Charity, Sand Ninjas, and oh, yeah, we do. Caregivers at the end.
Last game of the season doesn't really count in my mind because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it doesn't count. It's more of at that point in the season, it's so much about
Playoff
like with
positioning.
caregivers, they might be completely out of it, so they
Mm-hmm.
might not care. They might not even show up to the games,
Yeah.
and teams have done that in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Some teams are like, "Oh, we want to play every game," and some teams are like, "What are we playing for? I don't really care anymore."
Yeah.
So last game of the season, I don't know how that's gonna go. And some
Mm-hmm.
teams are just tanking their TSBs. Like if you guys are locked into the 4 seed and you have John who's about to get banned, I'm sure you guys are gonna play that game with John playing 3 minutes of that game, getting getting 3 turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
subbing himself out, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So
I am proud to say this that as as of now at this point, none of my players are doing any of that. We're there. But again, that also goes with the fact that we're not winning games in big, big fashion.
yeah.
Yeah. All
All right. So
right.
that's these rankings for us.
All right. I'm going to wrap this
Final
one.
word to you. Who wins the championship this season?
Ooh. I honestly think it's a toss up. And after conversating with you, I think that there's a lot more teams than I thought that are, contenders.
All right.
Um
Top three contenders.
just keep, of course.
Okay.
I'm going to say my team. Can't do my team dirty. That's where it gets tough. If I were to give it to one team, it would probably be Salama Lakers.
Where did you have them ranked?
I do have them ranked at 8, but again, record.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
True.
But if I were allowed to have one more team, I would slide you guys there
Okay.
before Wolfpack, before probably before Halal Stars too. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if I wasn't playing, then I would say it's your team, Just Keep, and Salam Lakers.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about Wolfpack, but that if we're doing 4 teams, I'm doing those 3 teams. My team, Just Keep, Salama Lakers, and Wolfpack. If we're
Mm-hmm.
doing 3 teams, I think the better regular season team is going to be Salama Lakers. I think the team that's going to be better in the playoffs is probably going to be Wolfpack. So I would put them ahead.
That
Those would
is
be
the
my
thing
3.
too. Yeah, yeah,
Defending champs, you gotta give it up to them.
yeah. Agreed. Agreed. And as you said, they do a lot of their players do turn up when it comes time in the playoffs.
Although I will say I've been hearing rumors that Jay Z, the Finals MVP, the reigning Finals MVP, is not happy in his role in D2, and so he might be coming back to D3. So
Ooh.
we'll see if he joins Wolfpack again for a
Mm-hmm.
repeat run. Well, won't be a repeat for Wolfpack if they don't win, but
Mm-hmm.
for Jay Z that might be a repeat.
All right. Real quick before we end off this segment, two players that if you could steal them off a team, which ones would you steal?
Edwin for sure. Um, ooh, the second one's tough because I actually there's 2 guys that I want to say. One is going to surprise you.
Mm.
The surprise player is Sammy
Okay.
because I love the way that he defends guys. Uh, and I just don't want him guarding me. So that's like I just don't want that.
Yeah.
So Sammy's gonna be one of them.
Mm.
The other one, it's a toss up between. It's gonna be a toss up between John on your team,
Mm.
just because I love playing with bigs. And if you think that he can match up with Hamada, then absolutely throw him on our team. The other one is going to be Money May.
Okay. Okay. So you're not putting Juhaim in there. You're not putting Nick in there.
I
Yusuf
haven't seen enough of
Hashin.
Nick.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Nick enough. I wouldn't put Yusuf in there for one reason only. Both of us need the ball to be effective. There's only one basketball, and same thing with Jaheim. Like
Mm-hmm.
he needs the ball to be effective. I just don't think that we work well together.
Got you.
And I'm not a
Got you.
guy who's just a plain spot up shooter. I need the ball in
Mm-hmm.
my hands to to be able to do what I do. And so I just don't think they would work well with me,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I wouldn't put them on my team. Now,
Understandable.
and I know that sounds a little contradictory because I said
Mm-hmm.
I want Edwin, but Edwin's
Mm-hmm.
a guy who moves the ball
Oh
around.
yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a pure point guard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How about you? What about you? Who are you taking?
I would take myself out and put myself on just keep. I just want to play one game with them to feel that energy. But no, if there were two players, I think Edwin, I wanted him this season. Edwin for sure. It's just again, as we mentioned, the pace he plays at, the IQ is just off the charts. Um Another one would probably be, I think it would be Nick. Just
Okay.
because I mean, you see it, 7 points a game. That just shows his unselfishness, I think.
It could also mean he sucks, but I
But we
haven't seen him play
we
that.
know he doesn't suck though. We know he
Yeah.
doesn't suck. So I mean, just a player that they know they're good. They know they can, drop that 20 a game. But if they want their teammates to shine in a game that is an easy game for them. And I feel like in D3, I don't know if it's in the whole league of MBL, but I feel like that's very rare where a teammate will sit out most of a game, even though they're one of the best players on the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like unselfish basketball. I like, I would love to be a part of a team where, you know, that play the right way, they move the ball around, just things like that. Me, myself, I don't care to be putting up 15, 12, 15 points a game. I really don't. As long as I feel like we put our best effort forward and we're playing correctly. Um, yeah, so my picks would be Edwin and Nick.
Okay. So that's our tampering segment.
Yeah, hit me up after the season, guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be on a winning team, come to me. If you want to have fun, I guess play with Sully.
Oh man. But yeah, we can end off the segment there.
All right. Well, it was good
Right.
talking to you.
All right. And we will be back maybe at the end of the season to talk about the playoffs.
Let's do it.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.